Freezer pantry challenge time. I'm going to give you a quick tour of my chest freezer, my very full refrigerator, and my ridiculously full pantry right now. And I will show you each, I don't know, 5-7 days or so. So I'll show you day one and then so on and so forth. I'll let you know when I'm showing you again. And I'll show you a handful of videos, especially when we get more towards the end of the challenge, when it's harder to put things together, because right now we are like five days from a grocery store. We went 5 days ago. So we're not hard yet. We normally don't go to the grocery store until like day 7, 8, or 9. So we're still very good, but we need to do this challenge. It is a mess in here. There's so much food. When I was putting away those groceries from that last trip is when I realized that we need to just kind of purge, not get rid of it, eat it, but like really use up what we have, because if we don't, we're definitely gonna have some waste, and that's not okay, not with these prices. So let me show you what we're working with. All right, this is day one of the refrigerator for our freezer pantry challenge. Let's dive into this. Quick overview though first. The door full of condiments, like always. We have 2 applesauce pouches in there, a stick of butter. We've got some yogurt, we've got some vanilla, strawberry, and plain. We've got a thing of hummus, we got a little bit of salsa left, some leftovers, some sauce. We have a 3-pound bag of clementines, and then I think this is a 2-pound bag of apples, a full drawer of cheese and deli meat. Then this drawer is produce. So we've got some grapes, a couple peppers, a couple heads of romaine down there, carrots, a tomato. I think that's, oh, and then there's cucumber in here as well. And then you can see our strawberries. That egg box is about half full, so we have probably 30, give or take 1 or 2 eggs. And then we have our creamer and milk and coffees up here. So that's kind of what that always looks like. But this is the refrigerator. And then our freezer is ridiculously packed. So this is all like frozen veggies here. I have my like veggie scraps to do a stock. I have some bananas and raspberries back there, some wraps right here, a couple easy quick meals. We've got 4 different types of pizzas, and then a couple like actual meals. Behind said pizzas is a 5-pound bag of chicken and a 4-pound bag of chicken nuggets. The chicken nuggets are open already though. Please stay. Good enough. And then down here I have 1 more freezer meal, some meatballs, some breakfast prep kind of thing, some sausage over here. It's kind of a hodgepodge. It's so full, it's going to be an avalanche if I really move too much. Some more broccoli, a third of bread, couple partials. These are tomatoes to make some tomato sauce when I get there. My chocolate, oh god, is that dirty? I can't see it. This is above my eyesight, so I'm seeing it through the camera, but I need to clean that apparently. Some chocolate. That is the freezer. We have a couple protein powders on top. They are both open and we have used them. And then we have some PB Fit up here. And then while I'm showing you, before I move my plant to show you the big freezer, I have a fruit bowl on the table. So we have, what is this, 8 bananas, 3 apples, and then underneath there is like 3 or 4 clementines, a whole watermelon. So we'll definitely be good on fruit for quite some time. Hopefully I'm not making you sick. Let's head on over here. This is where I have the like spaghetti squash if we have it, some potatoes if we have any, onions. So we have a big bag of onions, which is great because that'll add a lot of flavor to stuff. And then we have 4 sweet potatoes and a spaghetti squash. I also have about a loaf of bread here. It just didn't fit in my freezer, so I ended up not freezing it, of just regular bread for Miss Amelia. And I took dinner out. This is some sweet and sour chicken that needs to go in the crock pot with some rice. So that is here as well. And now I'm gonna clear off my freezer so I can show you the big boy. All right, here's the big freezer, which I realize is pretty empty. We have some ground chicken, we have some pork chops, we have a pork loin right there. We have 2 more meal preps that I did, so those are 2 complete dinners. And then we have chicken legs, and then Nick made some beef burgers. So burgers, chicken legs, 2 meals, and then a couple oddball meats here. And then I do have another bag of tomatoes to make tomato sauce when I get there. I need to have a lot more tomatoes than I currently have. So, and our ridiculously full pantry. This is what made me decide to do the freezer pantry challenge, because it's just so unruly in here. It's a little ridiculous. Dad has Mr. Lucas. I promise I'm not ignoring him. But we have, this is kinda mostly like snack stuff. That's mostly all baking. This is like canned and condiments. This is supposed to just be like pastas and like rice and quinoa and that kind of stuff. This is like Amelia's snack pile, and then that's overstock. But it's so full that everything's kind of everywhere right now. So we're gonna need to work on busting this thing out and getting it back to organized. So this is what I showed you was for dinner, that frozen bag that I had taken out. It just finished. It's still pretty hot. Chopped up some veggies, some frozen veggies to throw in there. I mean, I chopped up the chicken and then I put a bag or 2 of frozen vegetables in there. This will be a couple of lunches and dinner. And then I also, just so that we were all set meal prep wise, threw together some chili. So we did some rice in this chili. We normally don't, but I figured just to bulk it up a little bit, make it stretch a little farther. So I used up 6 cans. Between the 2, I used up 6 cans, 3 partial condiments, and 2 bags of frozen veggies. And then obviously some rice to go with it. But this is good stuff. I used up an onion that was getting a little funky, and I used up some peppers that were getting soft. So this is our first 2 meals for our freezer pantry challenge. All right, friends. I know this is a freezer pantry challenge, and I did a naughty, but I couldn't help myself. There was some screaming deals at my local produce stand, and I just couldn't help it, because all of the things that were super mega on sale were things that I can use and freeze. So I got a lot of produce. But hear me out. It was over 70 pounds of produce for $42.62. I don't know if that's a good deal around your neck of the woods, but up where I'm from, that is outrageous. So cheap. So I just had to do it. But that being said, everything that I got is stuff that I'm gonna just process, and it will be in my big freezer. So currently in my big freezer, I have nothing except for the 2 bags of tomatoes that you saw, the 1 bag of veggie scraps to make stock, and then some of those deals that I got. Oh, in a bag of yeast. But everything else has now moved into the big one. But like I said, 5 days into the challenge, and everything is now fitting in my small freezer that's attached to my fridge. It's all in here except for like my little projects. I have nothing in there that's not new. So it's good. It's okay. It's good. I know I'm cheating a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. All right, friends, I am making a pasta salad. So I have some bow tie pasta going in here for the pasta salad. Ignore the dishes. I just got my dehydrator done, so I just need to deal with that. And then it's a cup and a bottle, so it's not too bad. But I have some cannellini beans in here just draining, waiting for my pasta to be done. But I also already chopped up some peppers, carrots, and cucumber for said pasta salad, and I'm just going to use a dressing that's already opened so that we have a quick, easy lunch. And here is how the pasta salad turned out. Real simple, just kind of using up some veggies I had in the refrigerator so they didn't go bad, with a box of bow ties and some beans. Delicious. This is dinner. So I am currently going through my pantry and combining things so that it's not taking up double space, because obviously my flour container is very empty. I'm going to use all of this today. So I got my backup so I can put it in here so it's not nearly as full. But I have been doing this for a couple minutes before I jumped in. My bottom shelf is a lot better. My top shelf is a lot better. You need something? Oh, you're looking for a snack? Alright, so like I was saying before somebody needs a snack, my bottom shelf is looking a lot better. I still have to put my K-cups back down there, but that is pretty much it. Her snacks are taking a pretty good hit at this point. This basket's, I could get more in there. That goldfish is only like maybe a quarter left. The raisins, the peanut butter balls, those are both open. You can see that these veggie straws are open. So we're making good progress on the snack zone. Moving up a shelf, this is kind of like where the grains are, which we are making pretty good progress, but it's just hard because the boxes are like so big. Like I've used half of the fettuccine, and I've used probably a third of that elbows. Over the next couple days, I plan on using up this Spanish rice. I have 2 of those I'm going to use up, and then right there, those are pizza crusts that we're going to have for dinner tonight. Make your own pizzas. So those items will be out of here within a day or two. I'm going to meal prep the Spanish rice dish. Moving up again, here are the canned goods to go with the Spanish dish. I'm going to use black beans and corn, which will use up 2 more cans. I might open up that salsa for it. Peanut butter is already cracked into these. We've already eaten 1 of the 3 packages, and the second one is more than half empty as well. So this box is about half gone. Moving up one more time. This cereal she's been having pretty much for breakfast every day. She's been real into it lately. So this is about half as well. My dried fruit. I've got some dried cheese for my salads. Water flavorings. I have 4 that are in use and 2 for backups. Some sour candies, about half gone. These are not pretzels. These are crackers that are mostly gone. There's maybe 1 serving left. 1 sleeve of crackers. A not open thing of pretzels back there. And then these are our snacks that we're working through. And then the top shelf is pretty much just baking stuff, but like I said, I just have been going through and combining everything, so it'll really only be like 3 containers that are going up there, so that will be pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with our pantry. And like I said, our freezer is all of the stuff from our large freezer. That's just my little projects that I cheated because I had to go get those great deals. But this is what I'm working on up here. This is all like the food that we are going to be trying to work through the best we can before we call it quits on this challenge. But in the next couple of days as well, I plan on using up one of those bags of frozen veggies to go with that Spanish rice dish that I am making, and I just pulled out a thing of barbecue pork to go with that. But we're making some good progress in here too. It's just not organized. So the next time you see it, hopefully I'll have it organized. So I totally forgot, totally spaced, sorry guys, to film or at least show you some of the things that I made after I showed you the pantry. I told you I was going to use up certain items, but I did use up my Spanish rice, another can of beans, some corn, and a pork shoulder from my freezer. So that was one meal, and then I made a chicken stir fry over rice, which was another meal. That was all from the freezer. That was the last bit of freezer dinners, frozen dinners, whatever, that I made for when Lucas was born. So those are all officially gone, which is great because he is now 3 months old. So those needed to get used up, and they did. But I will throw in some pictures of what I made since I forgot to take you along on that journey of making it. All right, friends, here is the top freezer. It still has some stuff in here, but we're calling it quits. So I have a bag of bananas, I have a little bunch of bananas, and a small bag of frozen mixed fruits. Blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, whatever we don't finish goes in the bag. When the bag's full, we use it up for smoothies. Got 2 packs of the wraps, ground chicken, some pork, a little bit of chicken breasts and drumsticks. Then these are veggies, couple prepared things, not too bad, just 2 left. Amelia with her fish sticks, and then some salmon burgers, chicken nuggets, meatballs, obviously my ice, and then open veggies that will be done in a couple days, and a little bit of bread, and then my yeast. But that is pretty empty, so I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. And our fridge is looking pretty sad. We've got some drinks and some protein shakes left. These are baked beans. Amelia was snacking on those. I was also snacking on those. Our watermelon, we still have a container of watermelon, and then a little bit of this like orange sparkly drink, a little bit of the plain Greek yogurt left. I just made some like scratch soup, like whatever we had. We had some onions, some frozen spinach, and some random carrots. So I threw it in a pot with some noodles. We're calling it good. And then this is just coffee and creamer and almond milk, stuff that is always here. And then Lucas's bottles, and then Amelia's pouches, which you can see we are running real low on. But the fridge is pretty empty. We still have some dairy stuff, some snack and cheese and shredded cheese, but we're working on it. We're working on it. This is about as low as I can get my fridge because we just love our produce. We eat a lot of fruit in this house, and I'm really missing my salads. And like I had mentioned a couple clips ago, my deep freezer is just my projects. I confessed during my freezer pantries challenge that I could not pass up on my deals, so that's all that's in here. So everything that I showed you at the very beginning has been consumed or moved to my top freezer for us to work through. This is all brand new stuff. And I realize the pantry does not look much different from the last time I showed you. We did use stuff out of here. Amelia has about 1 million snacks a day, but all the packages are about half instead of brand new with some open stuff in front. So this is kind of as good as it's gonna get for this challenge, because like I said, we are really missing our fresh produce. And I think really the only thing that has changed is we used up a couple of her snacks, opened up this box. So this box of cheese crackers is like half now. And we used some more of the elbows. I used a box of the mac and cheese and a can of the baked beans. There was 2. And we used up more of these crackers. There's only one little sleeve left in here. But yeah, this is where we're calling it. We are calling it here. My K-Cups, I used up about half of those to restock, so that's about half full. And don't get me wrong, guys, I definitely realize I could have gone longer on this freezer pantry challenge for sure. I definitely could have. And I'm sure some of you would think that I should, but I am on a health journey and I am focusing more on that than I am on using up what I have. I'm just going to be more cautious for the next few weeks to only buy fresh stuff so that I am not overstocking yet. So the next grocery haul will just be regular produce. Like, it's not going to be a mega stock up because I'm going to go a couple more weeks to use up some more odds and ends before I do a huge grocery haul. So thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.